Hey everybody, this is Matthew Kent and welcome to my morning walk. And so today just wanted to record a quick video to talk about a little bit about a book I'm reading. It's The Icarus Deception from Seth Godin. And I say reading, I'm actually I think 14 pages into it. I just started it yesterday during my lunch break. I read a little bit of it and it's really good. And you think, well, why is he gonna record a video talking about some of the thoughts from it? And I'm only 14 pages into it. First of all, it is just that good. I think Seth's writing is really dense. So he doesn't usually waste words. He usually, it's almost like poetry in the sense that he's condensing things down into just the most concise form of language that he can. And so it's almost like every sentence packs a really powerful punch. It's the first book of his that I've read. I've listened to him on some podcasts. I can't wait to read more of his stuff. But the other reason I thought I was going to share it, not just because it's really good, but because I thought that the content that I read warranted me sharing it immediately. And so here's what I mean. One of the sentences that struck me the most from this book early on was the fact that he said, you are hiding your best work, your best insight, and your best self from us every day. And I might not have gotten that quote exactly, but I think that's almost word for word what he says in the book. And what he means by that, and there's a couple different things, and he gives the analogy of like a meeting at work. And we've all had these meetings, and sometimes it ends with a question like, are there any thoughts or suggestions or questions? And usually nobody speaks. Everybody just sort of shuffles their papers and leaves. Sometimes once somebody speaks, it can bring up a whole new line of dialogue. And it seems like, man, everybody might have just been itching to speak, but we all just felt constrained by some kind of weird, unspoken sort of social awkwardness. And so for the other thing, though, that brings in mind to me is the internet has really amplified our ability to speak up and to talk to each other and to do it on our own time. Like, look at me. I'm sitting here on a walk with my cell phone on a selfie stick. I own a selfie stick now. This is new. I bought this off of Amazon, $20. I love it. I'm sitting here talking to the world and putting myself out there, and it's something I've always been scared to do. But here's the bottom line. And so the book, The Icarus Deception, is really, as far as I can tell so far, about art. And you might think to yourself, I'm not an artist. And that's part of the point. Is so he has a very broad definition of art. That's not just the fine arts. It's not just painting and photography and sculpture and that kind of thing. He gives a definition that, man, I hope I don't butcher this, because it was a really beautiful thought. Art is the process of creating something new that matters to someone. Art is the process of creating something new that matters to someone. So I think I got that right. So if this video or any of the videos I made, whether they're videos about bullet journaling, whether they're I made the super fandom nerd video about Harry Potter, if they matter to anybody, then that's art. And so his whole thing in this book is trying to push us to create art and to create better art. I think there's like a little graphic in the back that just says "make better art." And so that's my thought today, is that I just want to challenge everybody that watches this video, and thank you for watching this video. I'm humbled that you would watch me walking around on a track holding a selfie stick. Challenge everybody, are you hiding from the world? Are you hiding while at work, if you go to work? Are you hiding in terms of your creative life? And here's the thing, I think a lot of what holds us back is fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of what other people think. And just here's the bottom line: as you start putting yourself out there, your initial attempts aren't going to be perfect. My initial videos have been far from perfect, but they have the potential to be useful to somebody. They have the potential to matter. And I have tons and tons of insights in my life that have just completely gone to waste. because I haven't shared them. And now with the internet, I have the opportunity to share them at scale. So that's the question for you. It's an introspective question. Are you hiding from the world? You have the opportunity to put yourself out there. What's holding you back? I think a lot of us carry around a lot of fear. And fear can be a good thing, right? If you're a mountain climber and you're hanging off a, perilous cliff, fear's a good thing because there's a real chance you can die. The problem becomes that we become afraid of things that aren't actually dangerous, right? There's nothing dangerous about public speaking. Nothing. I'm not aware of anybody who's ever just dropped dead out of standing up in front of a group and talking, unless they happen to have a heart attack at that exact moment, which was just a coincidence anyway. So fear is there, fear is real. I don't know how to overcome fear. I just, for me, the best thing is just to face the fear, and that's how I try to get by. So I'm afraid of putting videos out. I'm afraid. I could get negative feedback. People might not like it. It might not be perfect. Maybe I should have waited until I was more technically proficient. But you just face the fear, and then you figure out that there was not that much to be afraid of because there was nothing really dangerous at stake in the first place. So anyways, those are my thoughts. Love the book so far. I would recommend it to anyone. I really, really mean that. And I say that honestly, being only 14 pages in. I can't remember the last time I was 14 pages into a 240-page book, and I just gave it an unequivocal recommendation. But I'm so excited to read everything this guy's ever read. And hopefully you enjoyed the thought. Hopefully it was useful to you. And take care.